Vetting ambayo imesumbua wananchi wa Northern Kenya kwa miaka 60. Leo nimesema hiyo maneno ya vetting iondolewe, ndio vijana wote wa Kenya wapate vitambulisho vile wa Kenya wengine wanapata vitambulisho bila ya matatizo.
Truck drivers from Mogadishu, 178 of them were issued with Kenyan identity cards.
These things equal a serious security implications. So kitu ya kufanya kionaola namna hii, itafika mahali escort commander wa president mwenyewe atakuwa mgeni, hatakuwa mgeni.
We can't account for the people we have issued IDs in the past few years, and you can take that to the bank. It honestly scares me.
What we are doing with this, in the name of wanting to win a second term of a presidential election, is exposing ourselves to danger, which we don't know when we will ever resolve ourselves out of.
For weeks, KTN Investigations Unit infiltrated networks operating around Kenya's registration and immigration systems. We spoke to insiders and examined official documents just to understand the extent of the issue, and the revelations paint a disturbing picture of a thriving underground market auctioning Kenya's sovereignty. At the bustling Kiamaiko Goat Market in Nairobi's Eastlands, we encounter scores of Ethiopian nationals working as casual laborers. Some tell us they have successfully obtained Kenyan national IDs, while many others say they are still trying to secure the documents. In one of the market's busy back streets, we meet an Ethiopian national who is willing to speak to us about his experience.
Ile wa Ethiopia hii wote na wako na ID.
Wako na ID. Huwezi niambia tu.
Na walipata aje?
Sisi ni tu penye unakuja na tuita na mtu anasema wewe pizeni uchukue pesa ngapi? Kuna bado kwa system. Sasa unaniambia hata iko Ethiopia, iko nini? Ngo iko na ID kwa system. Traffic claim.
Bora tu umetoa kitu. Ulisema ulipata Huduma Center.
Nime replace huko.
Lakini kupata ulipata hapa.
Kupata nimekukata nende huko Marsabit County.
Ulipiga ngapi kwani? Ulipiga kaa ngapi wewe?
Maka do 15,000 and buy ID.
Perhaps the most shocking discovery is what insiders describe as parents for hire. Under Kenya's first-time national ID registration process, applicants are typically required to provide copies of either their mother's or father's Kenyan ID as proof of citizenship, and this is where parents for hire comes in.
Parents for hire, for example, mimi naitwa Hassan. Mimi naweza wekea applicant anaitwa Yusuf Mohamed. Mwishowe unaona sasa atachukua hiyo jina la mwisho la mzazi, so hiyo kuonyesha ni kama mimi ndio mzazi. So unajua among the Somali majina inafanana. It's hard to tell that this one is not the parent of this one because the person has their own names. The system has no way to recognize that this one is not the father of this one. It will read the fingerprints and okay things. So right now there are people who have played parent to even over 100 children. It's that bad.
To understand how the network operates, we visited registration offices ourselves within Nairobi. Our source has described a system where money allegedly changes hands at nearly every stage of the process. This is Mathare Registration Center in Huruma. Officials are busy registering new applicants, many of them Ethiopian nationals.
Kwa jamaa wangu ni foreigner, but kwa nataka nimsaidie venye anaweza pata ID. Ethiopia. Lakini ni boss yangu yani
Akona hana girlfriend nyingine na pesa.
Around 40 sub. 40 yeah.
So what I'll do,
Yeah.
na jamaa tunafanyanga hiyo mambo na yeye hapa kwa idea. Wacha nimwage chama ya meeting fulani. Nimwage
nimekuja na sijakuja naye lakini ako tu area.
Akiniambia it's possible. Nikwambia ndio tofauti.
So but tunaweza nitoa feedback leo. Ndio nataka nimuongeleshe. Niona atatoka nini.
Citizenship is supposed to be earned, verified and protected. But here in Kenya, many investigators say it has simply become transactional. Identity documents do much more than just prove who we are. They can also determine who can live in Kenya, who can access its services, and much more. But when all this is compromised, it becomes troublesome. The National Registration Bureau headquarters, I pose as someone seeking to reconcile discrepancies between my ID card and birth certificate. Within minutes, registration officials begin making offers.
Since you don't have the documents, for my understanding, because you stayed with both of them for a long time, that is not just a mere correction. The change of particulars. It's a change of particulars. So you do an affidavit, then you do a copy of that birth certificate, and attach a PDF copy. Alafu uende kwa ofisi ya kitambulisho ambayo iko karibu na
Itanikulaga ngapi?
Hiyo riski ya zamani kama.
Ani tao.
Hata mtu anataka ikuje haraka, hiyo sasa mtenda. Tumepata hapa form ikuje unipatie vipi kata ama form. Gomto fikiri yangu.
But to understand the genesis of the current happening, one needs to revisit two major policy decisions that may have altered the landscape. In January 2024, Kenya abolished traditional visa requirements, replacing them with the Electronic Travel Authorization System, known as ETA. Then in February 2025, a few months later, President William Ruto abolished long-standing vetting requirements previously applied to some identity card applicants. The government defended both decisions as necessary reforms intended to improve efficiency and end discrimination.
Ile ubaguzi ambayo imeendelea Kenya hii kwa miaka 60, ati mtoto wa Mandera, ati mtoto wa Wajia, ama Garissa ama Tana River, ati akienda kutafuta kitambulisho anaulizwa maswali kuzidi ile wamama wanaulizwa huko kwa maternity. Hiyo maneno tumesema itakoma.